Theo is obviously he's the youngest of the three chipmunks, and his role in this movie, as is every film, that the chipmunks have been in, and he's just kind of like the young, adventurous chipmunk who's always down for a good time, always down for a party. He's a little bit more timid than the other chipmunks, but eventually, with the convincing of his older brothers, he goes along for the ride. It's incredible. I have a sort of a funny anecdote too of how I got this role. It was sort of by accident. I got a call from Christian Kaplan, who's a casting director at Fox, and he calls and he says, "Listen, we need a Theodore. I need somebody. You're the first person I'm thinking of, but I need you to come in literally in 20 minutes to come read for Ross and Janice, who are here now, and they're only here in LA for a short amount of time." So I'm in my pajamas, literally. It was like, really early in the morning. I threw on some clothes. I ran down to Fox. I went down. I put my voice, and I know the Chipmunks. I'm like, this would be huge. This would be great. This is a childhood, dream of mine. I've always loved voiceover work. I've always loved cartoons. This is definitely one of those moments. So I went down there and I read for Theodore. And at first, I couldn't get my voice pitched up high enough, And I think it was a little they were a little skeptical. And eventually, I did some exercises vocally and was able to pull it out. And Janice, again, with her help, was able to get me to that place. And all of a sudden, I'm being cast as Theodore, and now we're 3 films deep, and I just can't even believe it. I get kids walking up to me now with pictures of Theodore, want me to sign as Theo, which is it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feeling. What this film has to offer that's so great is, there's just a lot of adventure. You're seeing the chipmunks for the first time sort of out of their element. They're not at home. They're not in school. They're sort of, they're on this deserted island adventure where they're traveling and all of these conflicts go on and they have to sort of deal with them. And, they deal with them in their own way, just like Alvin, Simon, and Theodore would. They're just in a different location. And, there's a lot of great music, both old and contemporary, that people are going to love. A lot of the classic, dance routines that you're used to seeing. And, it's like I said, it's entertaining to see, a trio of chipmunks act so human-like that it's fun for, an entire family.